Hey, family. Auntie BB has another great topic for you all on today. I'm going to be talking about hoarding. So I'm going to need you to grab that cup, and I hope your water is cold. Your coffee is hot, and that tea is so sweet. Let's get into this topic. Now, hoarding. It is the practice of collecting or accumulating something. Could be anything. All right. Now, the psychology of it. It's the compulsion to continually accumulate a variety of items that are often considered useless or worthless by others, accompanied by an inability to discard the items without great distress. Can't let it go because it's going to kill you to let it go. Well, let's break this down a little bit more. Hoarding is marked by an overwhelming desire to collect items and an inability to discard things that may seem useless to such a point that the collections cause stress, start impacting a person's health, career, or relationships. People justify hoarding as curating and recycling and deeming odd objects beautiful and useful. Now, when hoarding occurs in a person's home, it often creates a living space that is cramped, filled to capacity, with only narrow pathways going through stacks of clutter. Countertops, sinks, stoves, desks, stairways, and virtually all other surfaces are usually piled with stuff. And when there is no more space on the inside, these items start spreading on outside or in other areas of the home, like the garage, the basement, their cars, maybe the yard, maybe storage facilities. You see me say facilities, right? Hoarding symptoms can range from a mild case to severe, and in some instances, it may not impact a person's life much, but in other cases, it can affect them and the people around them seriously. Most people with hoarding disorder may not see it as a problem. Therefore, treatment is challenging. They don't want it. But studies have shown that intensive treatment can help people with hoarding disorder understand how their beliefs and behaviors can be changed so that they can live a safer and more enjoyable life. Hoarding is a gradual process and it develops over time. It doesn't just happen overnight. And it usually tends to be a private behavior. And by the time others are aware that somebody is hoarding, it has reached the capacity of all of their living space. Now, you all may be listening and thinking, why is Auntie BB talking about hoarding? I watch hoarders and I don't think I have anything excessive but my shoes, maybe some ink pens or something like that. Well, let me tell you, family, hoarding can consume your life in more ways than those tangible items. How? Have you ever wondered about the people that you allow in your life or the emotions you allow to control your life and even the actions of others that you allow to dictate your life? Yes, baby. You can be a hoarder of all of these things as well, not just those tangible items, okay? Now, let's check out these symptoms I found on hoarding disorder. And then let's flip them, okay? So listen up. Number one, excessively acquiring items that are not needed or for which there is no space. Flip that. calling everybody your friend and placing them all in that zone of friend, letting everyone you meet that smiles in your face into your mental space and keeping them there, allowing the words of family members or even others that don't know you as a person live in your mental and control how you should live your life. That's hoarding. Mhm. Number two, persistent difficulty throwing out or parting with things regardless of actual value. Flip, holding on to those dysfunctional relationships that have not contributed to your growth as a human, continuing to abide by religious or family traditions that have continually halted you from a successful life. Think about it. That's hoarding. Number three, feeling a need to save these items and being upset by the thought of discarding them. Flip, holding on to the emotional hurt that someone has placed on you and feeling you need to carry and display it every chance you get. That's hoarding. Number four, building up of clutter to a point where rooms become unusable. Flip, holding on to the hurt of your last relationship and carrying it over into your new relationship and so forth and so on. All the rooms in your heart are filled with all of these dysfunctional relationships. Oh, you know what? Number five. That's where I'm at. Having a tendency toward indecisiveness, perfectionist, avoiding procrastinations and problems with planning and organizing. Flip, because of all the emotional baggage in your past, you can't move forward in your life with any set decision. Your life is unorganized. You avoid dealing with problems head on, and you believe that everything should be perfect. And if it's not, you can't move forward. Baby, nothing in life is perfect. Okay, moving on. Excessive acquiring and refusing to discard items results in. Let's go through these things. Now, number one under this says disorganized piles or stacks of items such as newspapers, clothes, paperwork, books, or sentimental items. Flip this. You can't keep up with your everyday life because of all the piles of hurt, pain, abuse, misuse, dysfunction, traditions, all the emotional baggage that consumes your mental state. You just disorganized, baby. Number two, possessions that crowd and clutter your walking space and living areas and make the space unusable for the intended purpose, such as not being able to cook in the kitchen or use the bathroom to bathe. Let's flip that. Again, you can't even love yourself enough to let another human being with all of the baggage you got stored up. You can't build your professional life because of all the letdowns in support from those you believed would support you. Can't get it right because you're holding on to all of that other stuff. That's hoarding. Number three, build up of food or trash that unusually excessive, unsanitary levels of stuff. Let's flip this. Because you haven't successfully learned how to let things go and learn from them, then move forward. These issues build up and create an unsafe environment for you and others around you. Y'all catching on? Number four, significant distress or problems functioning or keeping yourself and others safe in your home. Let's flip this. You can't handle the truth. You can't really keep a successful relationship or friendship because of all the emotional baggage you keep stored in you. Everyone that tries to get connected with you are damaged just by being around you. Number five, conflict with others who try to reduce or remove clutter from your home. Let's flip this one. When someone that does care about you points out that there may be an issue, you feel attacked and you go on the defense. Number 6, difficulty organizing items, sometimes losing important items in that clutter. Let's flip this. Because you can't get your emotional baggage under control, you push who is needed away from you. I'm not going to say you lose them, because if someone truly loves you and cares for you, you don't lose them. But you can push them so far away that you actually feel alone. But whose fault is that? That's your fault. Hmm. Now, they say that hoarding is different from collecting. Well, it can be. People who have collections such as stamps, coins, model cars, dolls, shot glasses, that's mine, and glass ornaments, they deliberately search out those specific items and they categorize them and they may carefully display them. Although sometimes collections can be large, they aren't usually cluttered and they don't cause the distress and impairments that hoarding does. Now, when that collection turns into, let's say, shoes that are literally everywhere and you can't walk without stepping on a pair, or tools or gadgets or what we call man toys are collecting rust and dust in the garage or the basement or the back porch, and when you go look for a simple screwdriver you can't locate it, so you just go and buy another one to add on to that collection. Clothes, because they are name brand or cute or on sale, you can't even close your closet, and they end up spilling out so bad that you start using other closets, and then those get full, so then you get racks and totes and boxes, and then each room in your home looks like you are packing to move. Baby, you are a hoarder. You have a problem and it needs to be addressed. Now, I don't have the fix all solution for any of these issues. I'm just here to make you aware of hoarding. I just ask that you take a good, long, and hard look at your physical and mental life and try to see what it is that you have piling up in your life that is preventing you from being the great person you are, the great person you are destined to be. Past hurts, losses, disappointments, etc. You can have the memories, but don't let those things live rent free in your mind. That it spills out into your home, that it spills out into your relationships, that it spills out into your everyday life. I'm asking you all today, baby, to just take a look. Just think about what's piling up. Then I want you to clean your home, baby, and live free. I'll be right back.